Hello there folks, Nathan here, hope you're all well and welcome back to Food and Drink Reviews here on my channel, where today, well, this is a right blast from the past, literally. I've not seen these things in years. I didn't even think they still made them. But yeah, you can tell by the title, these are iced gems. Now what these are, they're little biscuits with a little blob of icing on top of them, which is meant to look like a gem or a crystal. And these particular ones are made by McVitie's, which is a popular brand in the UK. Of course, I remember these used to be made by Jacobs, who you may know, can't get my words out. Jacobs are known for the traditional cream crackers. I'm trying to think what other things they do. I mean, that's the most famous thing, the most popular thing that I can think of from Jacobs is the cream crackers. And yeah, they used to make these, but then they stopped. And then, as I said, I haven't seen them for donkey's years, and I presume that they just discontinued them. But no. I was in B&M today, getting dog food, and I saw these, and I was like, oh my goodness me, I haven't seen these in ages. So I thought, not only am I going to get some and treat myself, but I'm going to do a review on them. So let's get down to it. So there you go, you can see there, McVitie's. This is the family size pack. Well, it's the standard size pack of 5 small packets. You get 5 small packets in them. Yeah, see a picture of what they look like. So they're like a little biscuit with a crunchy blob of icing on top. Again, as I said, you know, meant to look like some sort of jewel or gem. And hence the name Iced Gems. Or maybe it's the biscuit. Maybe the biscuit is the gem, and the blob of icing is just the icing. Iced Gems. So it sort of says, well, you know, it's sort of hinting, isn't it, that they're iced something. So maybe the biscuits are the gem. The round gem, and then they're iced with a blob of icing on top. Who knows? Anyway, that's the front of the packaging. It's a polar bear. He looks very happy, doesn't he? I think he's enjoying his ice gems there. A little bit of information there, if you can see. I'll have a read of that in a second. I'll flip the bag around for you then, and you can have a look at the back. There's a little bit of information on there. While you're doing that, I'm going to have a look at the front and see what I can get from it. So 92 calories per 23 gram pack. So I'm assuming each pack is 23 grams. 5 packs, crunchy biscuit with a swirl of sweetness, it says on there. No artificial colours or flavours. Yeah, each 23 gram pack contains energy, 5%, 0.7 grams, so 1% fat, 2% saturates, 13% sugars, 3% salts. Okay, let's have a look at the back then. Look at his ice gems. Quiffy Bear. Oh, so that's his name. That's the polar bear's name. His name's Quiffy. Yeah, you can see him on there. Look, he's a very happy chappy, I've got to admit. There we are. So, excuse me. McVitie's Iced Gems. Quiffy Bear loves his favourite snack, bags of little crunchy biscuits topped with delicious peaks of icing. Great for parties and lunch boxes. And then you got the nutritional facts on the back, which we kind of read out at the front. Typical number of packs per multi-pack is 5. We will see. And then there's the ingredients. Biscuits topped with lemon, raspberry and blackcurrant flavoured icing. Ingredients for allergies. So ingredients in bold are wheat and milk for these. That's the quality guarantee. Pladis. What's Pladis? Pladis? Pladisglobal.com. These are suitable for vegetarians as well. So if there's anyone out there who is vegetarian, it does actually say it there in that little circle, that little black circle. There you go. So these are suitable for vegetarians. Right, let's get them open then and give them a try, because I haven't had these in years. So let's just open the pack and let's see how many packs we do get. It said typically you get 5, which we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So we do. We get 5 packs. 5 little packs in each multi-pack. So there you go. Those are the little individual packets of Ice Gems with Quiffy Bear on the front. So what does it say on the back of these then? Let's have a look. Quiffy's Polar Bear Trivia. What colour is a polar bear's skin? And apparently it says their skin is black. Where do polar bears live? That's the Arctic. Can a polar bear swim? Yes, they are very strong swimmers and have partially webbed feet. Why don't polar bears slip on the ice? They have very big paws and claws with non-slip pads, which help them to grip the ice. Fascinating. Yeah, so a polar bear's... Yeah, because a polar bear's fur is white, but obviously the skin underneath the fur... Yeah, so their skin is black. It's the fur that's white. Interesting. Right, let's open them up then, shall we? Let's open them up and we'll have a look. Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them which are missing the icing. Hang on a minute. Like that one, which I think that goes with that. That's missing one, which I'm presuming is that one. And then that's missing off there. Yeah, so sometimes you don't get... Now, I remember you used to get ones with white icing as well. Here, I'm only seeing pink, purple and yellow. Anyway, I'll pan down for you and you can see them. There they are. If I try and just bring them in a bit closer so you can see them all. There you go. There you are. Look at that one. So that's what they look like. I remember... Yeah, I distinctly remember pink, purple, yellow, and white. I can't remember if there was orange. I don't think there was orange. I think it was just yellow, white, pink, and purple. But the pink used to be slightly darker than that. Now, the camera is not actually picking the colours up as I'm seeing them. The purple, on camera, the purple looks like a very light lilac colour. They're actually darker than that. They're actually a darker purple than that. The yellows, again, they're a little bit darker, and the pinks are more or less the same. It's picked the pink up quite well. But the yellow and the white, the yellow and the purple, the camera's showing it as a different colour. Still, never mind. So I'm going to try these now. Now, a couple of them, like this one, you can see the actual icing has come off. Now look at that. Look at that shape. Little swirly peak of icing there. And then, of course, that's the biscuit. You can see where the icing's broken off there. Possibly happened on the production line. Does that say something, or is that a picture of something? I can't quite tell. And then the same's happened with this yellow one at the back here. You can see that the yellow icing has come off, has broken off. So I'm going to try them first, actually. I think I want to try the icing on its own first, and then I'll try the biscuit on its own. And then, of course, we'll just, we'll eat one. We'll eat a whole one. Now, of course, when I was a kid, I used to like to bite off the icing first and eat that, and then eat the biscuit. I don't know how you're supposed to eat them, whether you're supposed to do that or I don't know, but that's how I used to eat them. So, you know what that means, folks. Get that out of the way, that's rubbish. You know what that means? It's time for me to give them a go. Just have a sip of milk. I'm very thirsty. Oh, excuse me. That's better. There we are. Right. Yes. So you know the drill by now. I'm going to start eating. So if you don't like the sounds of crunching or eating, you might want to adjust your volume. But here we go then. So I'm going to try, as I said, I'm going to try the icing on its own first, and then the biscuits. So let's go with the purple one. Let's see what that tastes like. Yep. Black currant. It's nice. Tastes like blackcurrant squash. And then the lemon. Didn't really get anything from the lemon. It's odd. Right, let's try the biscuits. So, flavour-wise, reminds me a little bit of a digestive, but not the same crunch. Well, these are more crunchy than digestives. And then, of course, I've got that mild sweetness from the icing as well. So I'm going to try a pink one now. Now, I want to just bite the icing off first, see if I can get a flavour from this. This is supposed to be raspberry. Yeah, definitely a flavour there. Very nice. So how many did you get in the packet then? Well, I've just eaten 3 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I suppose it's not accurate. You could probably get a few more in one pack or a few less in the other, but yeah, very good. Right, I want to try and eat one together now. So I'm going to eat this yellow one at the front. Very interesting crunch and bite there. The biscuit is fairly crunchy, but of course the icing is a lot harder, so it takes you a bit more to get through that. It's a very interesting combination, though, I must say. These are lovely. They're as nice as I remember them. They still taste pretty much the same as I remember them. The only difference being that you only get 3 colours now, where you used to get 4. I definitely remember there being white icing. White, yellow, pink, purple. I think that was it. I don't think there was orange. No, I don't remember. No, I think it was white, pink. I don't know can't remember what the white one tasted like. I presume it was probably just vanilla or, your standard frosting. But yeah, I definitely remember white, yellow, pink, and purple. But hey ho, they're still good. It's funny because I was actually chatting with someone on the train the other day when I went train spotting, and she was born the year after I was, and we were on about like snacks and things that we grew up with. And the topic got round to these ice gems, and I was like, "Oh God, yeah, I can't, don't know whether they still do them but yeah, was on about old snacks that we used to have and that, and yeah, that's what made me want these, and then I miraculously found them today. And I've done a review of them for you, which I hope you've enjoyed, because it's the end. It's time to end the video. So I'll just finish off by saying very nice flavours, including the biscuits. The biscuits have a very nice flavour to them as well. They're not overly sweet. They're very lightly sweet, which I think complements the biscuit well. They're not massively hard to eat. They are a little bit crunchy. Certainly be careful when you're eating them because of the tips of the icing. If it moved around in your mouth, and you hadn't bitten into it, but it could, just be careful. But apart from that, they're very good. So I'm going to finish these now. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you've had these before. What do you think of them? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated. And until the next video, whatever, or indeed whenever that may be, it just remains for me to say take care, stay safe, stay strong, and as Grandad Murray used to say, stay happy, and I will bid you good day.